Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my new video. This video I'm going to be talking about India. I'll probably get demonetized, but what the hell, free speech and all that. So let's go ahead. So recently India banned 54 more apps that was coming from China. I think it totals now, it's probably around a couple of hundred Chinese apps that's been banned, including the biggest app in the world, TikTok. And all of this is kind of stupid, to be honest. I mean, come on. Banning Chinese apps is hurting nobody. It's not hurting China. It's not hurting TikTok. I mean, think about it. TikTok is the biggest social media platform in the whole world. The whole world is using it. Europeans are using it. Americans are using it. America tried to ban it, but it failed. But what does India do? India tries to ban TikTok. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm on Instagram a lot. I'm on TikTok a lot. And whenever there's a major issue happening in India, let's say there's a flood or a disaster, all I see is Indians going onto social media on Instagram and asking for help and asking for kind of begging for relief money and begging for help. And they go on all of these social media accounts of celebrities and say, oh, we've got a national disaster, please help us, please help us. And that's all I see Indians do on Instagram. But now they can't do it on TikTok. When TikTok is the biggest social media platform, whenever there's a big disaster, what they're going to do? They're going to carry on doing on Instagram. Well, have you read the news lately? Facebook and Instagram is going down. You know, they've lost 200 billion over the last year. And now Facebook is saying that they cannot run Facebook and Instagram on Europe because European laws means data security. They're going to have to, Instagram is going to be kicked off Europe. So what's India going to do then? India got its own social media apps. Oh, really? So is India's social media apps used all around the world? No, it isn't. You're making yourself look ridiculous in front of the whole world by these actions. Who do you think you are? Superpower? Not even America or Europe is doing this kind of stuff. All India is doing is shooting itself in the foot and stopping Chinese investments going into India. I mean, that's just gonna hurt India in the long run. I mean, India's done so many steps to piss off China. This is not just it. So they are raiding Huawei offices. They're raiding the phone companies, Xiaomi's offices. They are boycotting the Olympic Games. Anything they can do to counter China, anything, they will do it. They have kicked themselves out of the regional comprehensive agreement between all of the South Asian countries and China because China's in it and they didn't want to be in it. I mean, everything that they're doing is just shooting themselves in their own foot. The RCEP is going to be the biggest trade organization in the whole world. The majority of the trade is going to be going along those countries. It's China, all of the Southeast Asian countries, the Asian countries, Japan, South Korea. It is the biggest trade agreement in the world. And India decided not to be a part of it because China's in it. Anything they want to do to counter China, they will do it. All of these actions India's taken is just out of spite and jealousy. Simple as that. Nothing more to add, nothing more to talk about. It's all spite and jealousy. And look at this article. Tesla manufacturing in China and selling in India not digestible, by Gadkari. So he says anything manufactured in China, like Tesla, we shouldn't sell it in India. That's what he's trying to say. So have you looked at the trade deficit between China and India? That trade deficit is huge. There's over 200 billion or something of trade deficit. All India does is buy goods from China that it cannot manufacture in India. And these are manufactured goods coming from China because you don't have the manufacturing in India. And why would Tesla manufacture in India when India doesn't have, first of all, the infrastructure for electric cars? How many charging units have you got in India? And look at the past American companies who have gone into India and failed. We're talking about GM Motors. I mean, how many car companies have gone into India and become successful? Because India is not that market. India is full of cheap cars, and people buy cheap cars in India. They cannot afford Tesla. That's why Tesla doesn't go into India, and that's why a lot of American car manufacturers and European car manufacturers fail in India, because Indian people don't buy expensive cars, and that's a story, and that's how it is. So stop pretending you're a superpower when you're not. I found this YouTube video about India on YouTube, obviously, and the title is "Global Economic Theories: A Ploy to Loot India." Arvind Kumar. I'll try and send you the link. And I found this one of the most interesting, videos and articles I've ever read. And a lot of Indians don't realize this. The Westerners are trying to loot India again, and Indians are falling for it, completely falling for it. And this is very, very much India's falling into the trap of Western capitalism. And if you look at the history of some of Westerners, how they've destroyed other economies around the world. Even Vladimir Putin says George Soros is wanted dead or alive. And George Soros is one of the billionaires who's made a living destroying other economies. He's destroyed the UK economy. He's destroyed the Russian economy. He's destroyed the Asian economies around the world. He's made billions. And it's not just him, but hedge funds and all of these other billionaires, and basically take the wealth of other countries, emerging countries, and they take it to the US. And the countries that they can't steal the money from, they are the enemy of the US. So countries such as China, which they can't steal the money from, George Soros has become a very sore man. It's like, oh, China, you cannot make money from China, blah, blah, blah. I'm not very happy. And but the countries he makes money from and steals money from, he's happy about it. He almost destroyed the Russian economy, almost destroyed the UK economy, Asian economies around the world. He's known around the world. And this is what they are trying to do to India now. India is the next target. And you can see what they've done to Japan, what they've done to South Korea. Their economy is at a standstill because America siphons off so much money of Japan, siphons off so much money of South Korea, and now they want to use India as the next target, and Indians are falling for it. They think, oh, Americans are our friends, yeah, let's stick with America, yeah, screw China, they're our enemies. China has never tried to steal money from another country. In fact, they're trying to help countries with the BRI. You have the International Monetary Fund who is giving loans out to all of these countries with high interest rates, and a lot of these countries can't afford it. And what China is doing is part of the Belt and Road scheme. They are offering money and building infrastructure with it, and that's the way forward. And then you got these Indian papers coming out and getting jealous and calling it a debt trap. And all of these stories about debt trap in Sri Lanka came out of India because of the jealousy. But they can't see that the West is actually trying to loot India. They can't see it. And this is one of the best, things I've read for a long time about India. And you can tell this guy is clued on because he can see what America's been doing throughout its history, throughout the world. And now it's targeting India, and India is falling for it, and Indians are falling for it. The government is falling for it, and nobody can see it. Talking about the government, so you got human rights going on in India. You got the Hijab Ban, which is going on in India, and it's not even reported in the Western papers. It's not reported in UK. It's not reported in USA. If this was in China, it would be front page news everywhere. Uyghurs, China bans hijab for all the Uyghurs. This is genocide against the Uyghurs. But if India does it, it's fine. Don't worry, you are our friends. We'll keep it quiet. Don't worry, you can do whatever you want, human rights, whatever. Because you are our friends, we'll keep it out the papers. And this shows exactly what double standards is all about. So let me show you this article. Twitter removes a cartoon posted by Gujarat BJP member, and you can see what this BJP member had actually posted. This is a government official, and he basically posted a picture of all of these Muslims being hanged, and Twitter deleted it. And you can see the kind of anti-Islam and racism that's going on in India, and this is proper anti-Muslim genocide and anti-Muslim hate. This is not happening in China, this is happening in India, but it goes completely unreported. And it's don't forget, if any of my Indian listeners are listening, don't forget, at the moment you are friends with India, but one of these days things will turn, and America will turn against you, and you will see all of this stuff coming out in the front page, all of these lies all over the world, and you will see what China has been getting all over the years. Because they're not happy with China, all of these stories are coming out about China. But as soon as the day comes when America turns against India, when he's used and abused India, stolen all of his treasures again, stolen all of this money, when he doesn't need India anymore, that's when you will see stories like this against India. And that's how America works. They'll be your friend, they'll use and abuse you, and the day they think they don't need you anymore, they will just toss you out and spit you out. And that's how America works. And India is so foolish to realize that, and he can't see that. But they will see it one day in the future. In the future, when America doesn't need you anymore, all of this stuff will be in the front page news everywhere. It's just double standards. So I want to talk about Rahul Gandhi as well. And this Rahul Gandhi is, obviously, he's got Gandhi's blood, and I respect Gandhi. His great grandfather. Is it great grandfather or father? I can't remember actually. I'm not Indian, so if anyone wants to correct me on that. But he's a descendant of the great Gandhi, obviously, and the great Gandhi, I have a lot of respect for him. He went through peaceful protests, and without any violence, he got India independent, without any violence, without any hate. And what he preached was love, peace, harmony, and he got India independent without any violence, without whatsoever. And you got to respect someone that does that. And then you got this offspring here. Any chance he gets to kick China, any chance he can get to basically badmouth China, he'll do it. And this guy's preaching hate, he's preaching, racism, and he's just got onto the anti-China bandwagon. He thinks all of India basically hates China so much. If he starts with this anti-Chinese bandwagon and talks about hate against China and stuff, he'll get elected. So he's doing it, the BJ party is doing it, and all of their stuff is all about hating on China. So the latest is basically this statue that's basically been erected in India. He says this is China made, basically. Because it's China made, you shouldn't erect it in India. Well, can India make it, first of all? Look at the trade deficit. There's a lot of manufacturing stuff that India cannot make that they have to buy from China. There's a lot of stuff that they buy from China that India cannot produce. And this is one of them. So what's wrong with that? Oh, he says, you're not allowed to buy anything from China whatsoever. Oh, yeah, go ahead, do that then. Don't buy anything from China. Buy everything from America and see how expensive things are. And this is not the only thing, any chance he gets, he just talks bad mouths about China. He says, Modi's government strategic mistakes brought China and Pakistan together, Rahul Gandhi says. Well, China and Pakistan have been together for a long time. They are iron brothers. They've been there since Pakistan, became independent. So I don't know what this guy's on about. Seriously, this guy, any chance he gets to bash China, he will do it. And even the US has came into this argument. US says it does not endorse Rahul Gandhi's comments that Modi brought China and Pakistan together. Even Americans are saying it. So this guy just talking crap out of his ass. and just making stuff up just for the sake of it, just for being anti-Chinese and just want to gain votes. And then you got this guy saying, when will India get the land China has occupied? Rahul Gandhi questions centre after PLA hands over missing Arunachal youth. So, any chance he gets to bash China, he will do it. And he's an absolute disgrace to the real Gandhi. The real Gandhi would, say things in a peaceful manner, will resolve matters peacefully. And this guy wants to start hate, wants to start war, wants to start, hate against China. And he's using anti-Chinese hate that's been gathered in China, and he's using that to his advantage to get elected. And it's just sad, absolute sad. And I'm sure his grandfather or father would be turning in his grave if he sees what this guy's up to. That's all I wanted to say for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video.